The TFT Bubble Cup and QuadraCup are two very unique selectable gallonage, both water and combination foam nozzles. They come in two versions. The QuadraCup is our selectable gallonage version here, which has 4 gallonage selections, and the Bubble Cup, both inch and inch-and-a-half versions here, are designed to pretty much operate as a dual gallonage selection. As with all TFT products, they come in a tip-only configuration, okay, a shut-off, and a shut-off with pistol grip. And this is common across the entire TFT product line. Typically, a tip-only can be used because it has a shut-off function either alone by itself or often in combination with a ball shut-off that would allow a break and extend sort of a configuration to take place, where the nozzle would be, the valve would be shut, and then the nozzle would be extended out in some manner. The 1-inch Bubble Cup has a flow rating, pretty much there's two versions of it, a 10 and 24 gallon a minute or a 10 and 40 gallon a minute. On the inch-and-a-half size, we have actually 3 versions, 2 dual gallonage and 1 single gallonage to make life a little easier when people were working with eductors. But the inch-and-a-half version comes in a 20 and 60 gallon a minute and a 20 and 95 gallon a minute version, as well as a single 95 gallon a minute version. Now the QuadraCups are based pretty much off TFT's QuadraFog design, hence where the name came from, but it's designed to operate with the gallonage selections the same as the QuadraFog, 30, 60, 95, and 125 gallons per minute at a rating of 100 psi. Now the Bubble Cup's design, much like other TFT design products, hard coat anodized aluminum. You'll see some componentry in here, like the baffle, the screws, the connection points, as well as the rear valve in here is all created from stainless steel. We have a quick change valve seat on this that doesn't require the ball to be changed out. If there's ever an issue of any leaking or rough debris that has flowed through the nozzle or something that eats the seat up, the gasket comes out, the seal pops out, a new seal goes in, the gasket back. Very inexpensive and actually very quick with no tools. The front end of the nozzle is a really, really heavy, high-performance, heavy-duty PVC material that we machine this design just for it. The nozzles, especially the Bubble Cup series, operate very much like the Twister series. They're a dual gallonage. Now, in this case, we've just replaced what would typically be a rubber bumper on the front end that we have with the Twisters with this PVC front end that pops forward. Now, what this does basically is, in straight stream, you have great reach, good penetration. You're not going to do a lot of aspiration. When this pops out, you change it to fog pattern. It starts to aerate on the teeth out here. You'll lose some of the reach and penetration, but your expansion will jump up pretty dramatically. You'll have a lot more bubbles to work with. The Bubble Cup originally was designed and developed to work specifically with Cal Fire in California, where they needed a tool that had no attachments, things that had to be added. They needed a nozzle that could be used for water, for foam solution, or to make a very wet, sloppy foam at the same time with no attachments and ease of use for the operator. Something that they could be using in firefighting and making foam, and then the next moment they had to be able to protect themselves because the fire blowing back on them. This pops back, goes back to a wide protective fog pattern, or they can then go back to making wet foam or straight stream fog pattern, whatever their choice is. The QuadraCup operates very much the same way that the Bubble Cups do, except it has 4 gallonage selections and really is ideally suited to work with the selection that we have of eductors that TFT offers, both in the 60, the 95, and the 125 gallon a minute versions here. Functionally, same thing, straight stream, fog pattern, the head pops out. Okay, when you're done, the head will retract back, or for protective fog pattern, you can do it that way. So very, very easy, very simple nozzles to work with. For the most part, the maintenance that you'll see in these things is typically a little bit of lubrication on the ball valve, or occasionally a seat that needs to be replaced. Now, I mentioned the work with foam. Both of these nozzles are ideally suited to the use of Class A foam or straight AFFF foam. They're really not designed to work with the new alcohol-resistant AFFF AR type concentrates. Those type foams need a much higher aspiration and typically require some sort of a foam attachment to be put on the end of the nozzle. So again, if you have questions about the Bubble Cup or would like to see a Bubble Cup in action, contact your local distributor or a TFT regional manager. Or if you have more questions from this video, you can take a look. We also have a full, complete set of operational manuals for both the Bubble Cup as well as the QuadraFog, or excuse me, the QuadraCup nozzles. Or if you need additional information on foam, we have our handy slide chart, which does an awful lot to help you with foam application rates and stuff. Or feel free to give us a call at 800-348-2686.